I'm gonna get straight to it right off the bat. Um, guess I find myself at this moment putting my attention, aka my energy, into these gang stalking entities. You know, every time I'm studying and trying to stay in my positive vibration modes or trying to take a little ride, just not trying to bother nobody, not trying to overstep my boundaries as far as uh, just be in places where I'm not wanted or whatever. I just try to always keep a humble, attitude. But dealing with these gang stalking individuals, spirits, or whatever you want to label them, what a lot of people don't understand, certain people, I guess, or the ones that feel like they're being harassed or whatnot, I, a lot of this stuff, even speaking about it right now, is like giving me anxiety. That's why I'm not always on here saying this and that. I just deal with it because it's something I've been dealing with a long time. Um, I think and know for a fact if you working at a place or whatnot, you know, it's at the workplace. It's some could be with if you have, a big circle or certain people. Um, it could be within the family. A lot of people don't understand that a lot of this stuff is really, really deep. Um, and I think it's levels to everything. It's levels to devils. It's levels to individuals. And if if these videos really relate to anybody that watch these videos, then maybe you are like me. And I didn't label these labels for nothing. It came from the experience. Heavily watched individual, prisoner of war. All this speak for itself. So it doesn't matter if I'm a cool, calm, collected individuals, I'll be attacked. It doesn't matter if I'm, kind of mild, I guess, as far as attitude wise, I'll still be attacked. And if I come out with that warrior that I am, in the way I do, how I do react with things, like ready to go at any time, which sometimes I think is not always the best choice, and they still gonna attack me, and they still gonna attack you. So it doesn't matter what you do. You could try to be a nice person. You could try to be, you could be, I guess, a bad person, or you could just be an individual that just makes mistake. What they would call human. You still will be attacked. So I was thinking deep, man, because I was like, I really was pondering in my thoughts, like, ever since I was younger in certain experiences. If people check the content out, I believe I spoke about this story a lot of times too. And it's like, is it a possibility that a person could actually know who you are or what type of lineage or etc. that you come from way before you even know? When you're coming through that portal, which is your mother's, it is a portal because these souls are entering into this matrix, into this existence, into this realm. See, a lot of us look at this stuff, we get programmed from watching the television and seeing, oh, a woman having a baby, and we're like, oh, that's just some normal stuff. Nobody never thinks, wow, she's bringing a whole human to the world, but that's neither here nor there. And I was thinking too, I think they prick your blood and all that from blood types and etc. I'm gonna get a little deep with this one. So I don't know what they do. I think they take the baby somewhere. I don't know what they be doing. that's for whole, whatever. Proceeding, things that I think about now when I wasn't aware, I guess, that uh, people are being watched, I guess, or I was being watched, or I am being watched. We all are being watched again, as I state all the time. It's cameras everywhere, but like I said, it's different levels. And I remember I was drinking so much, just wilding out here, blacking out, not really understanding who I am, but I always had the intellect. I always had it. I always read. I always knew. How can I put this? I always, uh, the way I was acting didn't add up to what I knew. You know, as knowledge wise and knowing that I should be doing better. That's why I made a lot of changes in my life, and I'm not perfect whatsoever. So, but during the drinking, there's a lot of smoke and lit mirrors, because that stuff is fire water, man. You get that stuff ain't meant for me, man. It's like too much drinking. It could be cool. You having blackouts, fighting, or getting into situations, being arrested, etc. And I'm saying that to say this. Now that I really think about it, and having encounters with public servants, etc., and just going through the motions of life, going through the waters of life, on this bumpy battleship, because the body is a ship. It's a prison too, but it's a ship. It's multi things. But anyway, I really think not just me, but certain individuals that carry that light. When I say carry that light, they carry that warrior energy, that carry that one. I really feel like certain of these entities know who you are. And, take that for what it's worth. You know what I mean? Like, before I ever put videos out, like I said, I was doing this way back when, talking about life situations, talking about possibly how to better people's situations. I don't like all the negativity. But then when I run into these negative entities, it's like they want to derail that positive energy and turn it negative, because they play in chess. They want to get you out your square. If you can get angry, get upset, do something. I don't speak about nothing that I haven't been through. You know, from the higher powers that stayed with me, because there's times that I should not even be here talking right now. And now I look back on it, I'm like, man, I could have been gone. A person, these entities will provoke you, and then you get upset or whatever, and try to trick you and try to take you up out of here, or chain you down. They disagreeables. You know what I'm saying? And if you hear all that in the background, that's them. I can't even come out the house. I can't move around. These people in my face. It's just like, geez, I ain't even doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing nothing at all. And I just remember too, man, just moving around, and I see cars and stuff just sitting there looking. And as I got deep and deep in this, even when I used to be in the streets and moving around, we always was under surveillance. But was it a deeper meaning? See, a lot of this stuff can go back to what they call chosen, and all these labels nowadays you can just find everywhere with people smoking. See, when you really walking with that fire, that flame, when you really that person, when you really him, when you really her, it shows. You don't have to have material things. Your energy is gonna upset demons, and they like to feast off your energy. They like a person trying to stand by you all the time and be around. Like, you gotta watch how it is, man. It's crazy, and we don't. So the ones that's not fully, aware of certain things, they don't understand that. It took me a while to catch on. Like, man, I feel drained out, and I feel tired. Like something plugged into me, like just draining my energy out or something. That's those energy vampires. But you're not supposed to move around in fear. That's the worst mistake you could do as a enlightened individual, especially if you come from the solar beings, etc. That is the worst thing you could do. You know, you stand up like a man because you are beyond a man, especially if you're in this type of vibration. But don't mean that you got to be cocky and think that, certain things can't happen. Because I believe if you step the wrong path, you move the wrong way, anything can happen. But when you have that divine certain intervention, when you have those angels and angles and stuff around you, yeah, but you are here. And when I'm speaking, and I say you, this for the persons, I have subscribers, man. To be honest, I really feel like it's a majority of them or something are bots and trolls and the gang stalkers themselves. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't know. I kind of got threw off a little bit. Anyway, I'm gonna continue though. I kind of got threw off what I was saying, speaking about how like even with this channel, like I ain't stupid, man. Like a lot of these weirdos and agents and agencies or whoever, it's like a lot of people don't support. They sit there watching you, don't even hit the like button, don't do nothing. It's like what your purpose is. But for anybody that can relate to this, you gotta always stay relentless, and stay consistent, but move on your time. Just like me, I understand, man. This is war. This is a battlefield. My body is a battleship. You know, I can get along with anybody, and I can collide with anybody. Just because you appear to look like me doesn't mean you got my best interests or people like me interests or whoever or whatever you want to put it on. Agreeable, disagreeable. I'm making moves, trying to put food on the table or do this right because this is how you have to move when you come in this body, in this vehicle, in this construct, in this society. You can be God or however you feel. You can be Satan, hurts himself, however you want to put it. If you're coming into this realm and this existence, you come in this type of body. The shapeshifters are different. The ones that working on different dimensions is like when they speaking about the reptilians. I knew a lot of this stuff decades ago. Even when I was still not understanding, I still always had that connection to read and know. And now that I really believe and really know, I feel like I was being watched way before I ever knew it. Way before the time that I'm speaking of, just because of the certain encounters I've had. And it's so crazy that I really truly believe, whether it's a good intention or bad intention, certain entities, spirits, deities, whatever you want to label them, know who certain individuals are. And it's different levels. You may have foot soldier demons, the ones that's gang stalking that don't know. I feel like they give certain people information. They don't need to give them certain other information. They just here to carry out their job. To me, it's no different than the army and whatever you got rankings. I feel like I'm up there. Because even when I'm not bothering nobody, no matter how polite I'll try to be, just like my presence alone with these disagreeable beings, it irritates their spirit. Because I don't even think they possess a soul. You know? It's like they do the littlest irritating things. You can't even barely eat in a diner. You can't really do normal things. So that tell me I must not be normal. You must not be normal if you having these same experiences. You know? What? Because before I ever even spoke of anything or put an opinion or something, they was already all on the person. Because even the guy that pushes the dirty products in the hood or in every situation, and they watching them for different reasons. They're not watching them because they feel like they may be a person to help others or wake somebody up. They know is eventually the time they can come just get them. The ones that's out there selling certain things and poison in the neighborhoods and the so-called gangs and all that. Different reasons and different levels. See, when a person probably watching you, if you stand out from that, then you'd be similar to me. They looking like, man, this guy done been through a lot of different things. You know, some of them probably know. Who know? I don't know. All this technology. How could he still even be moving around talking and even going through this? Man, we tried to put all this stuff in the road for him to slip and crash, hurt himself, or do this, or jump out the window, whatever you want to say. Sometimes I don't know how I could even go through certain things and still be able to operate. And just like you too. But that tells me that you are here for a reason. I am here for a reason. And the fact that a lot of us are starting to understand that and know you're going to be assigned enemies. Just like you're going to be assigned your angels and your guardians or whatnot, because you are a guardian yourself. If this relate to you and you a gang stalker, you a agent watching this, man, you always being watched too. As you watching me, they're watching you and I'm watching you. Watch me. I will get more deep into this, man, but for anybody that's going through this, what you call gang stalking, and this ain't gonna be everything that I'm gonna always put attention to, because you got to be careful with your energy, because even me putting the energy into this, I'm giving my energy to it. See, I put the energy into what I want to put the energy into, and when I don't want them to exist, they don't exist. When they feel like they want to do or whatever, I feel like it can't happen in a certain degree in my mind, because I feel like once you set it here, then it manifests anywhere else. The so-called selected individuals, if you notice, majority of them, if not all of them, never had it good. They didn't have the smoothest lives. They didn't have all the money. They didn't have a gazillion women and did everything else. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, I don't hate nobody. I don't have nothing, but it does disgust me on how proud a lot of these entities are to be thieves and liars and amongst all kind of names, and then got the nerves to call you all these names that they call you. Is like somebody got an identity crisis, mental health issues, all kind of things. See, you got to deal with those type of individuals and treat them like kids, even when they flipping out. I've watched some of these videos and I see certain melanated people or whoever taping these cameras. They're like, oh, doing all this. You feeding into it. Remember, the gang stalkers are everywhere. I'm not the only one that go through it. I'm just giving you my experience, because 9 times out of 10, if these videos are relating with you, then you're going through it too. And if you appear to kind of look like me, if you get what I'm saying, then you're definitely going through it. But it may be different levels. So yeah, man. I just want to say, man, shout out to my underdog immortals, man. My underdogs is male, female, because you got the women underdogs too. You know, just always know, I feel like at the end of the day, this is a test. I feel like it's a test to find out who can endure much more. What can you learn from this experience by not reincarnating, but incarnating here, you know what I'm saying, to carry out your life's purpose. I'm gonna get ready to end the video, but I just want to say a few other things before I do. To anybody and to any individual, how can I put this? That's trying to conjure, that's behind the scenes trying to do disagreeable things. to any individual, to me, especially possessing certain things that certain people possess, it's going to be a boomerang effect because I try to move out of love. I really try to. But living in this society and seeing what these people do and these entities that don't look like me, that could look like me, that probably don't have no type of relation to me. I may not come from where I come from, infiltration. You've been warned from the higher ups, man. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Oh, I got something to do with it. But I ain't talking about doing nothing to nobody or anything. Leave me be sometimes. If you check those short feeds out of those videos, man, half of the time a person can't even sit down like a normal person without somebody in your face. Check the videos out, man. It's like, what's going on? But I'm not going to drag the video too much longer. But, yeah, I'm out. Triple one's the God I own us. 13. Like, comment, and subscribe, share, turn on your post notifications. Check out them short feeds, man. I got a bunch of them, man. You're a true supporter. Check out them short feeds. Again, check out the videos. Check out the lives. You know what I mean? I don't want to be here bagging or whatnot. But hey, man, even a God struggles sometimes. You know, you got to stay down until you go up. And you can also support the channel, link in description. Triple. I own us.